Hey, can we talk briefly about an old generator? Or do we have to be on the agenda for that?
You can talk about it, we probably can't decide anything.
Well, we got that old generator that come from the landfill that quit working that Herbie thought he could fix. It's still sitting in our garage. You know, my thought is maybe we should try to get it to somebody to see if it's fixable and what it would cost to fix it, and then either auction it or I don't know if it's big enough to run the heat bay in the garage at the ambulance service.
How many?
I don't know anything about it, Rick.
It should say on it. I'm thinking, wasn't it 10,000-12,000 kW?
Yeah, it wasn't real big, but you know, my dilemma is that I really can't put another vehicle in that north bay because it's sitting in there. It's up against the wall, but it sticks out far enough that somebody's going to come in and hit it. And I guess if we don't do something with it, it's just going to continue to sit there.
There's some value there. We just didn't want to give it away.
Right.
Mechanically, I knew that there was value.
I just happened to be over there this morning, and I thought,
Well, we can take it to,
Well, there isn't any place in Sac County that I can think of that I take those big motors at Carroll. You can take it down there and check it out.
I would just make some phone calls because you said it was an engine problem, correct?
Oh,
as far as I know, I mean, it's designed to run off propane, so.
I was thinking that it had a rod problem,
oh.
and the generating part would be just fine. It would be just a matter of putting a motor on it, if I remember correctly.
I think that's what it was. The motor, something wrong with the motor.
Yeah.
Would Duffy be able to do anything like that?
Oh, I think there'd be a lot of folks who. I mean, it's just a matter of bolting. If it's a rod problem, you're probably just buying a replacement motor and bolting it up against what it would be.
Well, we can advertise and sell it as is, or we can invest money and then sell it.
Fix it. Yeah. Well,
or do we need a generator out at the ambulance?
Well, in that ice storm, they had
keep
to keep their ambulances running because they don't have a generator to run their heat, and they got those medications on board.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had to manually open and close those garage doors. I mean, I just remember that being a point of discussion at one point.
That's a good idea, Ken.
And I don't know if it's big enough that it would run their bay heat and open a door or not.
Scott's got electrician training.
yeah.
He would know.
Yeah, so maybe I'll have him come and look at it and see what he thinks. And
Just especially he'd know if it's big enough to run the electrical part. Probably not the motor, but the electrical part would be.
So,
Depending on how
How
big
many
a generator.
kilowatts it is.
Yeah. It should say on it, Ken.
I'll I didn't look at it. I'll get a hold of Scooter and have him come and see what he thinks, and maybe I'll be back next Tuesday, so maybe we can talk about it then.
Okay.
Whose generator is that?
It's ours.
Yeah, who's ours? The sheriff's department?
Yeah.
I thought
It was out at the landfill
Yeah,
tower.
For the town.
I thought EMA or something had something to do with buying that originally. EMA or E911.
Well, they sure didn't pay for the replacement if they did.
Yeah, I know that. But I just wanted this one.
I don't know. I don't know, Jack. It was long before my time that thing was put up and out there, so. But, maybe you know.
I was on the board when that, or not this board probably, but I was on
the EMA board.
EMA when we built the tower. Supposed to be the answer to all of our problems. Gonna cover the county, no problem. And the first thing we had was problems.
Well, yeah, we don't necessarily have problems now. We have complaints and problems, and the complaint is the fire departments. It used to be they would hear everybody paged. Well, now that we're going off these tower sites, if you page out the Auburn Fire Department, Sac City may not hear it, or Shaler's not hearing it, and they're mad because they used to be able to sit and listen to the scanner and see who was being paged. But it's working. I mean, our system's working fine. So.
Okay. Do you want to put that and the playpen fence discussion together?
Yeah.
On the agenda for next week.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll have something by then for you. So.
Jail exercise.
Yeah.
playpen might not be taken.
There you go.
Well, the reason I was asking about the ownership, I just wondered, if you wanted to give it away, or, I mean, within the,
Yeah, I mean,
County
it
system.
makes no sense to, you're just swapping funds out of one line item, putting them to another, I mean, it's doing us no good sitting over there, and if another county entity can get some use out of it, I mean, we all work under the same umbrella of funding,
right,
which isn't enough, it seems like, I mean, I mean, I don't mean that derogatorily, I mean, I just, things are tight for everybody, so.